I haven't even started yet. Doug, this may be why we have co-presidents here. I may not get through a lot of this, but it's good because I'm not the main speaker here today. But we're here for a really good reason, to celebrate one of the finest human beings on the planet, Mike Shines. And he's a heck of a lot stronger than me. He could beat me up, so he's going to be nice to me today. Although he's already made a couple of comments about the extra room I have in my sleeves on my shirt. We go back and forth. Mike and I go back over 40 years. One of the things we talk about at the College of Idaho is having a mentor and two good friends. Mike fits in two of those categories for me. And there's only two categories in case you're keeping track, Barney. There's a friend and a mentor. Mike is both to me, and I think everybody in this room would say the same thing. He's that friend you need when things are not good. He's that friend to be there to celebrate with you. He's that mentor when you need a guy that will just listen. Just sit and listen. Some skill that I don't have at all, as you know. I mean, I want to talk. Mike listens. And when Mike says something, it's worth listening to. I want to tell you one story. We've got some other speakers about Mike. I could tell you a million of them, but this, I think, epitomizes who Mike is. He runs, when Mike retires, which I hope is after our watch, it will take at least three people to replace him. He does so many things here. We heard a speaker yesterday, Charlene Myers. She talked about job description. You've got 1 through 9, and those are specific things, and you've got 10 other duties as assigned. That's Mike. He just looks around and sees what needs to be done, and he does it. He doesn't ask, he doesn't want any pats on the back, but he does it. The pool over here, if you haven't been in it, I want you to go in there. That's Mike's baby. I said one story, I'm going to tell you two stories. I walked into the pool one day when I was a swim coach, and our athletes were coming in, and we've got some of them back here. Shane and Jackie may be able to vouch for this story. We walk in, and Mike's up there. The maintenance crew had come in, and they had to scrape some paint off and all that, and they did all that, but they left all the paint on the floor. So Mike's up there. He's on his hands and he's cleaning up. No, he didn't know anybody was watching. He said, "You guys just watch. All you have to do is watch Mike. You're going to learn about life from Mike." But the story I was going to share with you is a young lady who came in to swim. It's 5 minutes to 2. The pool closes at 2. Mike runs the Aquatic Center. She comes in to swim. She's never been in the pool before. Mike politely goes up to her. It's 5 minutes to 2 o'clock. And she says, and Mike says, "Great to see you here. Welcome to the Aquatic Center. But we close at 2 o'clock. Well, she begins crying kind of uncontrollably, even worse than me. And Mike notices, probably not because the pool's closing. There's probably something else, but he says, "Gosh, going in and swim." Well, she, for the next hour and a half, she sits at Mike's desk, and Mike listens, and she talks. Well, she comes back now a couple times a week at about 5 minutes to 2. She does an excuse, she gets in and does one lap. She's not there to swim. She's there to see Mike. If you're a student athlete in here, raise your hand if you've ever been over to see Mike just because you want to see Mike. You have no reason to go see Mike except you just need somebody that you know is going to be there for you. So he's my hero. Always has been my kids' hero. They got to know him. Some of you have known him for longer than me. I see the Oppenheimers. You go back longer than I go back with Mike. And I don't know one person. And he's maybe the only guy that can say this, but I don't know one person. Not one on the planet that doesn't love this guy and respect him. And I don't know a more humble guy. With this, I'm going to call up, I think I'll call up Reagan. Where's Reagan? You're here. Reagan's our athletic director, Reagan Rossi. Reagan's going to talk a little bit about what's happening today, this scholarship, this endowed scholarship that's happening in Mike's honor and what it means to the athletic department. So Reagan, you're on.
All right. Thank you all for coming today. We couldn't be more happy to have everybody on campus. We've got a beautiful day ahead of us. We've got a great game, hopefully a big W in our future. But let's talk about Coach Shines, and I can't nearly do the Come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah. I know, it's okay. The things that he means to this college and to our department and to our student athletes. One of the things that Jim and Doug have done since they've got here is really challenge us on scholarship endowments. And what a lot of people don't know is when we give scholarships, it's usually just discounted money. It's money not into us, but it's so needed. And we've got so many student athletes that benefit from those scholarships and those discounts. And so one of the challenges they presented to us as staff is to start to grow those endowed scholarships. How do we help pay for our student athletes? How do we continue to support them? And what does that mean to our student athletes? And to have somebody like Coach Shines who takes care of them in the pool, and he does hours and hours of rehab with our kids and gets them back to the playing field, back to the pool, back to the court, whatever that needs to be. He takes his time, and as Jim said, that's other duties is assigned. That's not his job description. But he takes every one of them, and he is a mentor to them, and he helps. You know, when you're an injured athlete, it can be so hard to see that path back, and what does that look like? Because it can be devastating. And this guy helps them, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, and builds them back up. And we want to make sure that we continue to provide a great foundation for our student athletes to come to learn, to grow, and to be challenged. And with people like Mike and your support of Mike and the support of those scholarship funds, we can continue to do that. We can continue to bring in those students. We can continue to serve them. And this guy here is the ultimate servant. And when I think about what we try to do, it's take care of our kids, and it's provide that leadership and that growth opportunity, and they keep coming back to see him time after time. And I echo Jim's sentiments. He doesn't really get to retire, just so you're aware. That's not really optional.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're aware.
Everybody knows.
Donna, you can lay that time frame out however you want. But we couldn't be more blessed to have Mike work with us and work with our student athletes, and your support of this endowment continues to provide those opportunities. I'm going to bring up a student athlete right now, Madison Najima, and she's going to speak a little bit to what coaches helped her with. So, Madison?
So I had to write mine down because I'm not as professional as Reagan and Jim, and I didn't want to forget anything either. So I know that everyone here can rave on and on about Mike Shines, and I am so beyond honored to be able to stand here today and speak about one of the greatest men to ever grace the College of Idaho. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Madison Najima. I'm a junior here at the college on the ski team, and I wouldn't be here speaking to you if it wasn't for Coach Shines. I've had 6 surgeries in the past 3.5 years. I have suffered more injuries than most 20-year-olds should have to, and I am beyond grateful to still be here on the C of I ski team, and I owe it all to Mike Shines. Coach Shines is more than just a strength and conditioning coach. He's a mentor, a friend, and an ally. Most people don't understand that an injury is more than just breaking a bone or tearing a ligament. It affects other aspects, like your mental health. By working with Coach Shines for the past 2 years, I have gotten stronger physically, but most importantly, I've gotten stronger mentally. Coach Shines will always be there, rooting me on, even if I complain about the amount of reps I have to do. Coach Shines, I am so grateful that you have helped me grow these past 2 years and this season. I hope to continue to grow and will work my hardest to make you proud. If anyone deserves this recognition, it is you. Thank you for helping me and many others. You have made such a positive impact on my life. You have gone above and beyond to help mold me into not only the athlete, but most importantly, the person I am today. I know you will continue to make a difference here at the college for many years to come. Cheers to you, Coach Shines.
Madison, I'm going to see if it works. My technique's been, as Bob knows, is pulling up my socks. And these guys know, so a new technique. I'll see if I do any better with that. And I think I'm mostly done, so I think I'm okay. But I'm going to introduce the people the reason we're here today, besides Mike, the people that stepped up to make this happen are a couple back here, Shay and Buddy Dahl, if you'll raise your hand. And Shay's going to come up. Shay come up and make a few comments as to why they wanted to step forward and create this endowed scholarship, and it is for athletics, and that means our students, because everybody's a student athlete. Nobody comes here. We don't send people to the NFL once in a while, but that's not what we do. We create amazing students. They have, part of that experience is their athletic experience. And we think it's co-curricular, and Shay can talk about the impact that Mike had on her and why they've stepped forward. So Shay, thank you.
Hey, I have one of these too. That's hard. If I didn't bring it, then we might miss the game. So I had to stay on task. So I had the great fortune of meeting Mike Shines in the fall of 1998. I was a new freshman at the college, a mediocre at best ski team member, and at the time was recovering from a few injuries. Mike was an integral part of my strength training routine required for ski team workouts. The thing that I noticed about Mike even then was that no matter what interaction you had with him as an athlete, a non-athlete, or just in passing on campus, it was always a positive one. My college years flew by and were over before I knew it, but while I was here, I benefited greatly from the athletics program. It taught me to work harder, fulfill my commitments, and play well with others. I learned an even more valuable lesson from Mike. By watching him, I was taught to take the time to be the best person you can be, and to always take the time for others. Now you guys are doing it to me. All right. Well, yeah, exactly. While there are many great programs, professors, and staff members at the college, I cannot think of a more deserving person or a better opportunity to support the greatness that Mike and the athletics program provide together. Thank you, Mike, for being willing to stand in the spotlight, for the benefit you bring to the program, the college, and the students you interact with. I hope that all of you here today will consider joining us in this great opportunity to support the Mike Shines Endowment in the College of Idaho. Thank you.
Thank you, Shay. We just set a new record. This is the longest Mike has ever stood in any spotlight in his life. He's the most humble guy you'll ever meet. So we're on this journey. We've set up an endowment that stands at over $100,000 at this point, which is amazing. Hand for that, $100,000. Our goal, we're not ones to set, modest goals. We like big goals. We'd love to get this fund to $1 million, at which time we'd love to name the pool in Mike's honor. Mike has spent a lot of time in that pool. We've all benefited, not just the swim team, the ski team's here. Is there any skier that's not been in that pool? They rehab. Football will be in there tomorrow after our win today. They go in, and Mike's there on Sunday. Mike's there at 10 o'clock at night. He's there. The student calls. How many of you have called and said, gosh, I got to fit this in? Mike doesn't worry about his schedule. He worries about your academic schedule. He will meet you where you need to be met. He's an amazing human being. We could not be prouder. Big V, you're here. We got there are people that go back a long, long time with Mike, and hopefully let's take a little time here to come congratulate Mike, have some food, go out to the tailgate, go Yotes for a big win today. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Shay and Buddy, for what you've done to help us honor Mike in the way he needs to be honored.
All I get to say is thank you for all of you showing up and being here. And I've already told Reagan and Marty this. The reason I'm in this position is because Marty Holly hired me. It's his fault. And it's Reagan's fault because she trusted Marty Holly's decision to keep me here after he had left as AD. And because Reagan did what she did, everybody else entrusted in me that I could do my thing here at the College of Idaho. So, thank you very much.
One other thing, right before the game, make sure you're out there right at the start, because Mike is going to follow the team out. There's going to be a big tunnel. They'll be out there at the 50-yard line, so we want everybody to be out there. Student athletes, I think, are forming a tunnel. The team's going to mob them. They're going to be so psyched up that we're going to score probably in the first minute of the game. Whether we get the ball or not, we're going to get it. Thanks, Mike. So we're done. Thank you. Grab some refreshments, get out the tailgate, and enjoy the game.
Good job.